Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mystic Guy on Board Game Geek, bringing you our next episode of our playthrough of Myth, which is going swimmingly as far as I can tell. May have made a few mistakes here and there, but I'm not going to sweat that. I've been doing a lot, I filmed several back-to-back, so it's one of those scenarios where if I did make a few, there's not much that I'm going to be able to do about it anyway, except for annotate and explain them, which I'll be happy to do. We are playing a scenario from the Kickstarter exclusive story quests called A Heart of Darkness. We are playing the first act called Living Dead, where we have to go into the graveyard and discover the source of what is bringing the dead back to life, or back to undeath. We are playing with our soldier, our brigand, the acolyte, and the apprentice. And I've used some of the alternate miniatures, and we've got a bunch of undead on the board, which are new from the Wave 2. Pretty cool stuff. Anyway, let's go to the board and see what's going on there. So, my next goal, so you can see we're about to hit another darkness cycle, which means we're going to spawn some more. That's not a good thing. I want to get this lair destroyed as quickly as possible, because we still have a whole nother tile to explore. So we've got to make some serious movement and do some massive destruction, which we can do. But if I don't think there's a chance I can destroy, because it takes 5 points to destroy the lair. I don't think we can destroy the lair that easily, but we're going to give it a go, and our soldier is poised and ready to strike. If we can get some massive damage, maybe I don't think we're going to be able to do it before a darkness cycle hits. In fact, based on the cards, I don't think it's possible, but we can do a lot of damage and keep damaging as well. So let's continue on and start our next turn with our hero phase. So I had this idea that maybe the rogue, our brigand, could take off at a hustle, come out of shadows, and do this massive damage, but it requires that you be in shadows to do that, so we're not going to get that done. What I'm really trying to do is see who can do the most damage to the lair before we actually trigger the next darkness cycle. I don't know if it's going to happen. It might be, see, that's only going to, Arcane Lance is a 1. We could do this the Fingers of Aya. It does 1 damage with a range of 3, but it attacks one target, then jumps 2 squares, hitting up to one other target per ongoing effect. She's got 2. She could hit 3. She could do a point of damage to the lair as well, but maybe just kill a bunch of the undead, giving us less to fight. That is a thought. And again, with our acolyte, we have a lot of healing, which we're going to need to do. I mean, the healing is going to be really important this turn, and Soothe Wounds is going to happen. He's going to trigger that from the as an interrupt during the effect of the darkness cycle, which will restore 2 vitality, but it's going to add 2 threat to him. He can actually play 2 of those bad boys. It's 4 threat. That'll put him in a lot of danger, but if he only plays those 2 cards, it'll be okay. He also has his Hand of the Father, which is an action. It says restore 3 vitality and provide 1d10 to a hero, plus 1 per faith. So there's a lot of things we can do, but I do believe that the one best suited to get the party started is going to be our apprentice. And I think that we're going to start this off. And keep in mind, she's also got some other abilities already in play, which are these 2 ongoing cards, the Reservoir of the Ancients, which adds 2d10 and 2 fate dice to all arcane attacks, and Research, which allows us to reroll a d10. So if she gets these, she could do the Blood of Gaia, but she'd have to do some major movement to get there. However, she can do this. It's got a range of 3, and then we can hit 1, then hop 2 and hit another. We can at least start to damage maybe she just kills 2 skeletons, but she can do the 1 for every ongoing effect in addition to this. So attacks 1 target, then jumps away, and hitting up to 1 target per ongoing effect, so she can get a total of 3 in there. So I think that's what we're going to do. That's going to is going to trigger the darkness, though. So let's play that. We're going to go do that. And she can make a full move, but I believe that she's just going to make a cautious move to right here. 1, 2, 3. See, that's not good. She needs to kind of step up. She could step up into here. It says the red line is, this red line is right there. She can't cross over that, but She could also do a full move and go one. Now, no, this isn't going to work. So we're gonna have to rethink this. I'm gonna have to put her right here. We need to rethink this. Our soldier and brigand need to get out of the way. Is part of the problem. So I think that maybe we're going to get some damage going with the brigand and do the this one, which is the soldier attacks target passed over in a 3 square straight line. Rage adds +1 square. Cannot move afterwards. So we can add a whole bunch of squares on there and blaze through these guys. Yeah, I think that is probably what we're going to have to do. So let's play. We'll play a couple of cards. So we do not need the easy way. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to use that as a rage card. So let's go to the board and see what he's going to do. First, we need to build some rage. So, and that does not trigger any actions to trigger the darkness. So we're going to put that card there. We're going to burn that and do 1 rage there. We're going to get 3 + 1 extra per rage card that we have, or rage that we have. So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5, so we're at 4 right now. We need to put down another one. I want to keep the other riding the edge actually, because we can continue to do that kind of damage. I guess we'll give up drawing the ire. It says receives all attacks meant for one other hero, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to do that. That's going to put 2 rage down there, and then we'll finalize it with the action of riding the edge, which will be what triggers the darkness. So, and we'll probably get a huge amount of threat this turn. So let's continue on. Let's go back to the board and map that movement out so we can show you what happens. Now, just so you know, this is requiring the shield. It says move and shield as an act requires shield. So it says the soldier attacks targets passed over in a 3 square straight line. Rage adds +1 square. Cannot move afterwards. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go in a straight line, but we're going to move 1 first, and we can... Oh, wait a second. Gosh! Oh, man, everything I'm trying to do is not working. Well, we can still do it, and we're just not going to kill as many guys. We're only going to kill 2. That's not working for me. We have to do something different again, I'm afraid. So, I'm almost tempted to start this whole turn over, because we can't do that, but it doesn't hurt for you to see me agonizing over what we're going to do. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we're going to move. We're going to go 1, 2 with our soldier. Wait, we're going to go 1 to here, 2 to there. And that's really all we can do. Well, actually, we can do this. It is an action, but we're going to do it. It does not trigger any darkness. It says the easy way, so we can make a full move and do that. It says allows the soldier to search his draw pile and add 1 card to his hand. Add +2 d10 when attempting a non-combat action. I don't care about the non-combat action, but what we will get to do is search his draw pile and put in a great attack next turn. Let's see what we get. Oh! I either want something with massive damage or something that's going to hit a lot of things. And in his draw pile, he doesn't. Man, he's getting low on cards. So here's what we can do. So we're going to take Harvest of Bones, which will allow him to do another big attack on a couple of things, and we'll add that to his hand. And then that'll be the end of his turn, actually. We're going to shuffle up his draw pile now. Continue on. That's basically all he's going to do, so we don't trigger any darkness at that point. And our rogue is not going to do a whole heck of a lot different. He's going to see if I do any of the movement things that he can do, it's going to trigger the darkness. So he's simply going to go 1 up there. He's still trying to close in on this layer right there. And then I think our Acolyte is actually the one that's going to trigger the darkness, because we got some spells we got to throw, and we can do a lot of healing at that point. So, this is 2 vitality times faith, so I got to get some faith out. We can start with Hand of the Father. That's an action, but it does... Well, these are all actions. So we'll start with... Man, we got to get some faith down. So we can play some of these No, we can't. This is really challenging this turn because we got so many things I'd like to do and we just can't do them. And he doesn't want to move down there. He's hurt really bad. He's only got 2 hits left. So I believe we're going to attend the. Unfortunately, we don't have put a lot of. We're going to have 2 faith. So because he comes with 1 faith naturally, this equates to another faith card. So it's going to restore 2 vitality times faith on 1 target, but adds 3 threat. So we're going to play that on his action board here. Boom. And then we're going to heal him. That's going to be 2, so 4 points total. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's pretty healthy again. But I'm sorry, that was his threat goes up by 3, and then this goes up 1, 2, 3, 4. He's almost back to full health. But that's going to trigger the darkness. So let's go do that now. Okay. Boom. Let's see what we get here. Bones event. Okay, if a layer has been damaged, it hasn't, then all adjacent heroes gain as much threat as the layer has been damaged. Good, it hasn't. That was good. Okay, activations. We're going to get down to minions there, and we definitely have threats. So we are going to start making some moves. And this says Shadow Spawn, Normal Spawn. The spawn monsters appear next to the heroes based on priority. Okay, well that's not too bad, because priority is proximity. So they're all going to appear as close. They're going to basically swarm our soldier first. So we got 1, 2. Let's see. We'll move these guys up 3, 4, 5, and that's really about all that can get there. He is in this space here. The bases are a little big. Sorry. Got to squeeze them in and get everybody in there. Okay, there we go. And then we can move these up to. They don't really need to be closer, but so proximity. Okay, no more can get around there. So we're going to go with faith. And if I understand this card right, this shadow spawn, it says the spawned monsters. So that's not going to happen. But these ones we're able to move around our soldier, and they're going to attack. So our soldier is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks or on him. And we don't have to worry about is it 4? 1, 2, 3, 5 attacks on him. And then we don't have to worry about rolling the fate dice because there's no solace on the board. I did some movement adjustments just to get everybody positioned where they should based on their movement. Okay, so here's our 5 dice against our soldier. And now we're going to roll. Boom! Okay, so looks like we got their target number is 7, so we got 2 hits on the soldier. Soldier can take it, and so we're going to do 2 vitality on our soldier, and then we have to do the shadow spawn. So it's a normal spawn, but the spawn monsters appear next to the heroes based on priority. So the soldier's already surrounded, so this is a bad thing because we're going to spawn 7. So basically the first thing they're going to do is try and surround the now we can't go in the column spaces right there where the reds are. That's why I was trying to determine with her. She can see past, she can attack past them, but she can't go into them. She's going to have to move over here too, and it's not her turn yet. But first off, these guys are going to appear here in the shadow spawn. 2, this is going to be very bad. 3, 4, and 5, and then actually 4, and then yeah, then let's do these guys. 5, so that's faith, and then least vitality would be him too, but nobody can get around him yet. So we'll do 6, 7. There. Okay. Yuck. We're gonna have to do lots of damage this turn. But that's okay because that just gave us the opening we need for our... Now they're not going to attack. That's the beauty because they just spawned. So we go back to our hero phase and we get to continue on. The only one that's done anything this turn... Well, I take it back. We can still play cards for everybody. Well, no we can't. No we can't. We did the... Yeah, we can still play cards for the Apprentice and our Acolyte, except our Acolyte healed. So we can't really do that either. Anyway, let's go to our Acolyte and see what's going on. This is an action, so we're going to call him done, but he needs to drop the threat anyway. That does, however, leave some vulnerability with our lovely Apprentice. And I think that she's going to now do the Fingers of Gaia, which she's going to play here. Let me get to her board. Okay, so again, she's going to attack one target, then jumps 2 squares away, attacking up to 1 target per ongoing effect cleared. Oh, cleared. Okay, maybe that's not the best thing for us, because we would get a whopping 1 with that. Of course, we could just... Oh, that's 2 damage. Wow. Wish we could get to the layer. That'd be awesome, because we also have this. It's got a range of 4. Well, maybe we can. Let's go look at that. I mean, this puts her in harm's way, but there's an opening right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. She could drop down right on that. So she's going to make herself vulnerable, but she's going to go here to 2. And then she's going to drop that spell, Flame Lance, on... Let's get it out and show you what I'm talking about. She's going to drop... Where is it? Not Fingers of... Arcane Lance. Here we go. On that card. It's going to be her actions. Blast 1 target with 1 attack. It does 2 damage with a range of 4. That's pretty good. She's going to do that. So, here she goes. Boyow! That is going to move the darkness track another 1. It does 2 points of damage, and she's going to hit the lair. Luckily, she's hitting it after that event. Well, actually, that event wouldn't have triggered anyway. But she also gets this, so she's going to get an extra 2d10 and 2 fate dice in her roll. So let's go build her dice pool with that and do some damage. So here's her base 1 fate die and base d10. She's going to use her lucky cup for range, so that's another d10. She gets 2d10 for her Reservoir of the Ancients, and then 2 more fate dice. So she's going to have 3 fate dice and 4d10 to roll. Okay, here we go. Boom! Well, she got a 10, so she definitely hit, and an 8. She definitely did some damage. I think she actually got her symbol. So she's going to, when she does the damage, she's going to get, she did. She got 1 symbol. It's kind of off to the right there, but she's going to get to reduce her threat by 1. So, but let's talk about damage. She's basically going to damage the layer itself for 2 points, which will track right up here. So 1, 2. That's 3 points left on that thing. So, and then that basically does 2 threat, and then she's going to reduce 1. So we're going to add 2, and because she rolled the fate die, we're going to reduce it by 1. And that is her turn. Last thing we do is we wrap this back around to 1, because we got 1 action point there that's going to increase the darkness. And that is going to end the action round for our characters, plus there was a darkness round in the middle there. Man, look at the board. We're going to have some serious destruction. We haven't even gotten to the other tile yet. Bottom line is we've got to destroy. Once we destroy the layer, it'll clear out fast. But next we have to go to our hero card phase. Going back to our Apprentice, she's going to keep these 2 cards. But so basically the first thing we do is we reduce this by 1 more, because she has 1 open slot. We get rid of this. That goes to her discards, and she's done. And while we're here, we might as well just do all this at the same time so you can see what we do, and I can just, instead of bounce around, just stay on 1 character. We're going to keep the Blood of Gaia, and she's going to get rid of the rest, and that's going to give her 4 additional cards for her hand. And we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. Her deck's getting low. It's about to need to be reshuffled as well, but we got Glacier Grip. This is a weird card. I always have problems with this one. Blink. That's awesome. She can teleport 3 spaces. She's got another Arcane Lance, and the Earth Crumbles. That's a good one. Another good one. So she's got some good cards. Maybe she'll do a couple of them next turn. We'll see. And she's perfectly healthy. So we're in pretty good shape here with her. Let's move on to our Acolyte. So guys, I did make, I'm not going to call it a mistake, but I would have done this during the, well, maybe I wouldn't have. He's at 5. He's not going to get hit yet. We might hold on to one of those. You know, we might not even hold on to it because he's back up to 5, and we need to reduce threat, so he goes back down. If I add this card, it's going to not only add 2 threat, but he'll only go down 2 threat. So it's not. It's going to make him stay at 5. That's kind of high. We don't want that. So I think that what we're going to do is we're going to keep, for him, we're going to reduce the threat by 3. So 1, 2, 3, and this goes away. So this goes into his discard pile. I think we're going to keep Hand of the Father, so you can use that next time and restore some healing and get an extra D10 to his damage, which means unfortunately we're going to get rid of these Soothe Wounds, which are interrupt cards during the darkness cycle that I did not use. And then we're going to draw 4 more cards. So we got 4 cards. If he had no threat, then I probably would have done 1 or 2 of those, but he did. So Feet of the Saints basically reduces the action point usage of all hero attacks and attack actions by 1 AP. That is awesome. We'll use this. Stand Fast grants all heroes +1 T into courage. Not too concerned about that, but it does give another D10 to attack actions. Pray. Shuffle the discard pile and draw 3 cards. All faith cards drawn placed on this card. That gives him a lot of faith for 1 turn and a sprint. So none of these are really benefiting from faith. So we're going to see what we got going on there. I think the other one he did has faith act. I don't know. We'll see. But that's going to be his. Now we'll take a look at our soldier. He didn't really do much. He's got basically no threat. This card goes away. And he's going to get to keep one of these. And I think we're going to obviously going to keep... Man, you know, this is a shame, because I think he's got to keep the... Well, man, both of these are really going to be effective for him, but I think we're going to keep the Harvest of Bones. That sucks, because the Riding the Edges are good, too. We're going to discard those, and we're going to draw 4 more cards. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's see what we get for him. We get this yoke is heavy. That's a shield attack. Hustle. I'll take that and hustle. So he's got the ability to move and do a devastating attack. And then our rogue, we're definitely going to keep one of the Shadow Strikes. Means we're going to get rid of the rest of these. Boom. Or Shadow Touch, rather. Then we got to draw 4 more cards for him. Okay. And let's see what we got. We got the Shadow Touch. I'll take that. It's basically defense parry, interrupt during the darkness phase. Bloodletting. Cures 1 hero of poison, which we don't have to worry about. Ooh, this is one of the ones I was waiting for. Shadow Reach. Appears next to a target within 3 squares. 1 attack on 1 target, not considered a move. So we can pop to the other side of the board and smash the layer for a couple more points. Of course, the Shadow Touch, if we can get that done, see, it doesn't count as a move, so we'd still be in that. We can play that Shadow Reach as a reaction, then play Shadow Touch as an action and destroy the layer. So we're going to get the layer this turn. That is awesome. Okay, and that's going to end the the card phase for the heroes. Now the only thing we have to do is the cleanup phase. We only have one thing we need to worry about, which is bumping the darkness up 1 more. So that's where we're at on that. That's going to end our turn. This turn. Expect to see lots of damage next turn. We're finally staged for some nice damage, and we're finally going to get rid of the layer. So, join me next time as we continue our playthrough of Myth. Man, I may have made it, I don't know, I feel like this was a tough turn. Let me know if I made any mistakes. Like I said, I'm filming some back-to-back, so I may not be able to correct it, but I'll at least notate it, or annotate it in the show notes as I edit and as I record. So, let's see, I still don't think I made any actual errors on that. It just was a hard turn to decide on. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you next time. I look forward to our next turn. We're getting into the thick of it right now.